Rebels are ready to take the field. What we have in store for you today, a clash between a couple of SEC teams that could have season-long ramifications. As we'll see, the Oklahoma Sooners taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Sooners will kick it away first. And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Makes it past the marker. Still on his feet at the 45. Open spaces. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Rebels!
And these offensive coordinators tell you they want to start fast and they want to establish the run game. That is exactly what you did. First drive, you hand the football off, making the big explosive run, setting the tone for this football game.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll try the run. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
Wide receiver going in motion. Might as well stick with him. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was open.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. Trying to pick up a 1st down. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Makes the grab. It's Sategna. Across the 40 out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move. So on their first drive of the game, they're going to roll the dice a little bit and go for it on 4th down in their own territory. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work.
And what a job by this defense. Early in the game, you want to set the tone. You want to set your offense up as much as you can. And here in the first half now, giving the ball back to them on their side of the field, shutting the 4th down conversion down, sending a message to this offense.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. Got it in the middle, it's Odom. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
They'll move the wide receiver. On third and short, they keep it on the ground here. They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Got room to work. There he goes. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
Well, your defense is going to have to turn the page quickly. Not only did you just give up a 4th down run, but you gave up an explosive play, and now they've got the ball down close to your goal line. You're going to have to play big-time football here with your back against the wall.
Using his feet. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Kearney. He stopped at the 23, a couple yards short of where he would have been with a touchback. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
And it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Looking to pass. It's Calandria. Fires to the big fella. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? Trying to keep this drive alive. And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st down.
I know there are some people that say, no, in your own territory, you punt the football, you be conservative. No, sir. 4th and 1, I'm hitting the gas. All gas, no brakes. I'm going for this. I prepared for it all week. Nice job by the offense getting the 1st down on 4th and 1.
He's got him in the flat. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And the Sooners want to pick up the tempo. The inside handoff. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
That play had 0 shot. They got to do a better job up front, creating some running lanes, running back before he could go anywhere, getting tackled, nowhere to go.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. That's caught. It's Thomas. He'll be stopped short of the line to gain. Needed about 3 more on that one. On 4th down, they're taking to the air. And the incomplete pass lets this defense get the ball back for its own in great field position.
And this offense choose to be aggressive. Listen, once you start getting to midfield, you see most offenses be aggressive, and they took their chance, and they failed. Now, early in the game, a chance to create momentum to swing back to the other side of the football field.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Second down coming up.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Fires to the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the first quarter as we take a look at the stats. Just about ready to get things started here in the second. We'll see if they continue to flex that muscle. First play of the period, first down here. Leaves it with the back. Across the 25. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
And that last run is just a nice job seeing the hole, exploding through it. He has had a heck of a night. Now with that carry, over 100 yards on the game. That's the mark you really want to hit as a running back, and he's got that here tonight.
Quarterback making checks. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Pulls and fires complete to the right. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, first and goal.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk. And on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
To the air, it's Harrell. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Now, you always want to get the home crowd jacked up and get them excited. Get out to an early lead, and they have 20-0. Defense playing well, offense playing well. They got a lot to cheer about here at home.
And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Oklahoma offense. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on him.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. That's reeled in. It's Sategna. At the 45 on its way. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Sooners want to crank the tempo.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. The Sooners are rolling down the field.
When offenses get first downs like this and they move the sticks and they get some momentum, look at what they do. They put their foot on the gas, run this no huddle, get to the line of scrimmage, and try to capitalize.
And the Sooners can really attack on this second and short. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it first and goal. The Sooners started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he is stopped, not getting close to the end zone. Line of scrimmage still at the 3. They give him the rock again on 2nd and goal. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line. No farther than that. No gain on the play.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You've got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
And this defense has a chance to make a big stop on 4th and goal from the 4. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Rebels are backed up. They can feel the shadow of their own goalpost and trying to create some room. Breaks into the open. Got the 1st down and more. He's at the 50. And it looked as if he might take that one all the way to the house. Just ran out of a little steam, and the defense finally got it.
We didn't have to work very hard on that one. There was nobody in sight as he rips off a massive run.
Sort of a mark of excellence for any back is yards after contact. Well, yards before contact can be sort of a badge of honor for that O-line.
Yeah, let's give them some credit. They got tremendous push getting hats on hats. They made that easy.
Might as well try to punch them while they're reeling. You get one huge play to set it up. Now it's 1st and 10 inside the 40. This quarterback part of their running game. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Harrell. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They started this drive with a big play, but now they need a conversion to keep it alive on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Harrell. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And the Rebels will come to the line to convert on 4th down. Quarterback making adjustments. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Quickly to the tight end. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on downs. Now their defense has to go out on the field and make some stops.
Under fire. And he was drill just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Fires to the right. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Well, this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Dances away. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. On the direct snap, it's Harrell. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Offense facing 4th down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. And as the 1st half draws near to a close, here comes the field goal unit. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Missed the field goal, but still up by 3 touchdowns at 21 points. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Rebels will boot it away to start the 2nd half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. They start this 3rd quarter in a big hole, and they have to start climbing out right now.
And they're going to have to be really aggressive. Like, this offense, when I'm playing from behind, every possession means so much more. And if you look the other side, the defense, they haven't given much resistance.
Yeah, nothing has gone their way in the 1st half offensively. And you know now, based on how this defense is playing with their confidence, that you are going to be challenged on every single snap. So buckle up, get your mind right, and get ready to come back in this game.
They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the 1st down. They have it at the 36. Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Oh, that's not the way to start a drive. He was trying to get that return going. Instead, he'll hand it to his offense at the 38.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell. They had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. And if you can just give them a little crease, he can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Just a short pass to the tight end. Kearney on the Jets. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
This has been a bit of the story of this game so far, is this quarterback's running ability and whether or not the defense can stop them. They got the play there. They were able to get a sack, rally to him, and get one of the faster quarterbacks you'll see in college football down on the ground. This guy already has over 40 rushing yards in this game, so he has had some success, but I think a big key now moving forward is how does this defense stop him?
This defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
He wants to change this route. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Man, that is picture-perfect cover zero. When I play cover zero, I'm bringing pressure, and that ball's going to come out. Look at the defense. Ready for that ball to come out of the quarterback's hand. Nice job breaking on the football and going and making the interception.
Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. He threw a pick the last time they had it. Now they have to take care of the football. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. The sure hands, it's Thomas. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Trying to get behind the defense. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And that's a big shot. That's a big incompletion. But this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Snap from the gun on 3rd down. Throws for the tight end. Got his man. Oh, he's got some space. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
And it's frustrating as a defense when you give up that first down and you give up that pass play. But here we go with this offense. They're right back on the ball. You got to flush that. You got to get lined up.
Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Oklahoma. They won it all, and that is exactly what they got.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
Starting a drive like that really builds confidence. First down from the 45. Quickly out to the tight end. He'll be run out of bounds, but we've got laundry on the field. Let's see what that's about. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
You see the offense trying to dial up the quick game there with the RPO, and I like the idea of trying to get playmakers this space out in the right flat of the field, see what can happen, but you need a more accurate throw.
They finally get a hold of him, knocking him down behind the line of scrimmage. He had been running wild.
brings up.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Back to throw, it's Harrell. Punts it out of the air. Will not get close. Tackled at the 28-yard line. It's 4th down.
Number 17.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. It's good. Easy call for the refs. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Always expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Notre Dame went into hostile territory and came away with a convincing victory. The Irish always get everyone's best punch, but today they took that punch and delivered a knockout of their own. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still 2 quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. It sounds like they had a good one there. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. Got the back over the middle. Turning it on. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a 1st down. The Sooners come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Open space at the 25. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners.
Man, QBs love their big tight ends, and especially guys that can do such great things after the catch. He catches it. Dang, Palmer, he looks like a daggone receiver after he catches the football.
What a matchup nightmare, too, man. I mean, he's just too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. If I'm this QB, I'm looking that guy's way a lot more often in this one.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Snags it quickly on the left. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
2nd down coming up.
Hey, on offense, you got to know when the play's over. And that one there, nowhere to go with it after he caught the football. You start trying to juke guys. You start trying to run backward. This ain't high school anymore. I mean, you used to be able to make that play years ago. You're not doing it here in big-time college football, though. Not good.
Using his feet to buy time. On the move at the 30. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
His running ability has been, I think, the biggest key for his offense's success so far in this game. That time on the RPO, nobody open, and he just takes off running. And we've seen him do it in a variety of ways, on designed runs, on scrambles, and even in the RPO game. He's making the right decisions, and he's just too athletic for this defense to tackle.
You run the slant route day one, and this is something that the quarterback and the wide receiver has done 100 million times out there on the field in the offseason. I see man-to-man coverage. I know I can run the slant. Boom, stick my foot in the ground, throw it, completion to my wide receiver.
We've come to the end of the period, and Ole Miss is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. And a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Might be changing the route. Back to throw, it's Harold. And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36.
Oh, it's a missed opportunity. You know, the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front, they could not protect him well enough.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. This will be picked off, maybe just the turning point they needed. Takes it the other way.
We still got time. Great job by the defense doing the most important thing, getting the ball back to their offense. Now the offense has to answer the bell, but good job creating the turnover. Now the offense, your turn.
So here comes the Oklahoma offense. From the gun, give on the inside. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the back. Converts on 4th down. Still going. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. And the Sooners are in the hurry-up.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. From the shotgun, they'll run it. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the 1st down. The Sooners are marching down the field. They'll run it on 1st and goal. He just kept those big, powerful thighs churning, but he'll be knocked down at the 1. Looking for just one more. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And here they come, almost all the way back. He'll try to tack on one more. Precision blocking up front, created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And he's going to try to return this one. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Last drive ended with an interception, and they can't afford to have that happen again. Looking to throw, it's Harold. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. They get to him as he throws.
Well, he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line.
And it's such an advantage for this defense to have an outside linebacker like that can rush the passer, because they can set the edge. They can get off the ball, and they're just way too fast for tight ends or for offensive tackles to get out and block them.
The Sooner offense returns to the field. They put it in the end zone the last time they had it, and now an opportunity opportunity to really take control of this game.
You can feel the momentum shifting. If they were able to take the football here, drive it down the field, and score again, David, they would have all of that momentum on their side.
And there's nothing about momentum that you can quantify. Like, I don't understand it, but once it gets going in one direction, a lot of times it's so hard to swing it back the other direction. The momentum is real, and they got it.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Getting late, pressure building, huge third down coming up on the road for this offense. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up. It's a one-score game late, and they've got to go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch. It's Sategna. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Calandria. Working that left side now. Lowers those pads. Touchdown Sooners! They've got the lead here in the fourth.
And at this stage of the game in the fourth quarter, big-time players make big plays in big games. What a great job after he secured the catch in the open field, showing off the speed, taking it to the house, and with it, his team now has the lead.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Gets the back moving. On the snap, it's Harrell. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Turns it on down the left side. The 20. Touchdown, Ole Miss. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the fourth quarter.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Now the Oklahoma offense will go back to work. Handoff to the lone back. At the 35, he's got room. Just what they needed, an explosive play in the running game, and they're out to the 49-yard line before he goes out of bounds. And the Sooners, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game. And I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
They'll send the back in motion. Dropping back, it's Calandria. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times they'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The crowd elevating its energy, willing this defense to get a stop on this big third down. Quarterback moving. He'll try to do it himself. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
That's not an easy play call for an offensive coordinator. 50-yard line, 4th and 3. There's a lot of different ways you can go, but he dialed up the perfect play at the perfect time, and his offense stays on the field.
You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
And this offense has got to get somewhere, right? That's a couple plays in a row. Like, the clock is their biggest enemy. So we got to find a way to manufacture, push the ball down the field, make something happen with that clock running out.
And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hip.
And you just got to know the situation of the game, obviously. After that incompletion, now setting up third down. You still got timeouts. You can attack the middle of the field. It's all out there for you. There's no need to panic. Because of those timeouts, you still have an eternity to get back in this game.
And the quarterback goes down. There is a penalty flag on the field, but I think the defense might have the option just to take this play. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
There he goes. Running inside the 20. Touchdown, Rebels. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
Well, they get the touchdown when they needed it most. That score now makes it a two-possession game, and guys, with just seconds to go on the game clock, this thing is all but over.
And the extra point extends the lead to double figures at 10. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that.
28.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking downfield, it's Calandria. Quick strike complete. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. Wants to throw on first down. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. The Sooners in the hurry up.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's second and long here. A shot toward the end zone. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Finds a man on the left. He is not going to get there. Stopped short of the line to gain, and it'll be fourth down. Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Moving away from pressure. It's incomplete, and they desperately needed to keep that drive going, and they couldn't make the connection.
After being stopped there on fourth down, this game's pretty much over. They were going to have to go down in a 2-minute situation, put at least 7 up on the board. They couldn't get it done. Things just haven't gone their way. It's been that type of day.
There he goes. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Harrell. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Plenty of fireworks in this one. A lot of points. They always talk about having the chalk last, and